Greetings, Brainiacs, and welcome to your last chance for final orders from Green Brain Comics, bringing you ordering info for new comics and graphic novels before the print runs are sent. I'm the Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, Dan Merritt, and I'll be your guide through the Marvel Comics on Last Call this Monday, November 22nd at 5 p.m. This video is powered by Comichub. Ask us how to access your account and use Comichub to pre-order and maintain your subscriptions. All of the items shown today are available for order on the Last Call for Confirmed Orders carousel, available at comichub.com. First book to spotlight this week is Amazing Spider-Man 85. This is continuing the Beyond storyline. Written by Cody Ziegler with art by Paco Medina. Features a cover by Art Adams. I love that. That Doc Ock back in the background kind of reminds me of old Frank Miller art. This also features a classic homage variant by Peach Momoko. Next up, we have an Avengers Epic Collection, Volume 20. This collects Avengers issues, Captain America, Iron Man, and Avengers West Coast annuals from the 80s, written by Fabian Nicenza with art by Rick Levins and a cover by Paul Ryan. We have a new series from Marvel Comics, Ben Reilly, Spider-Man. This spins out of the latest storyline, Spider-Man Beyond. This is written by J.M. DeMatteis with art by David Baldion and a cover by Steve Scroce. We have this Dan Jurgens variant and this very cool open order Scotty Young variant. These ship on January 19th. Next up is the Omnibus for Black Panther by Ta-Nehisi Coates, featuring, probably almost 5 years worth of Black Panther by the author. This features a cover by Brian Stelfreeze, and this very nice cover by Michael Cho. Next epic collection that we have is Daredevil Volume 14, Heart of Darkness, classic storylines by Ann Nocenti with art by John Romita Jr., and this cover by John Romita Jr. Then we get the final issue of the Defenders miniseries, number 5. This is written by Al Ewing with art and a cover by Javier Rodriguez, and this beautiful cover by Mike Allred. We have Devil's Reign Villains for Hire. This is a one-shot spinning out of the Devil's Reign story. This is written by Clay McLeod Chapman with art by Manuel Garcia and a cover by Scan. We have another epic collection this week. Fantastic Four Volume 23, Nobody Gets Out Alive, featuring a couple years worth of Fantastic Four, a couple issues of Namor, and a Fantastic Four Ashcan edition. I wonder where they got that from. Written by Tom DeFalco with art by Paul Ryan. We also have a Fantastic Four graphic novel collecting storylines from the current series, written by Dan Slott with art by Nico Leon. We have this cover by Mark Brooks. We have a new collection of Hellions by Zeb Wells and Steven Segovia, and a collection of the recent Kang the Conqueror miniseries entitled Only Myself to Conquer. This is written by Colin Kelly with interiors by Carlos Magno and a cover by Carlos Pacheco. We have a Marvel Masterworks volume here of Avengers. This collects storylines from I believe this is the late 80s, and a cover by Al Milgrom. And this direct market variant. Next up, we have a Marvel Studios Loki Art of the Series hardcover. This price out at $60 and releases on May 11th. Here we have a Marvelverse graphic novel. This is a smaller trim size, collecting highlights from characters' history. This one focuses on Moon Girl and features reprints of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur throughout the years, as well as the Marvel Legacy primer pages. That will be available on February 9th. We have a new Mighty Marvel Masterworks edition. This is the smaller trim size, closer to the Marvelverse. This is reprinting the earliest adventures of Doctor Strange by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. This features a Michael Cho cover. And here we have a classic Steve Ditko cover. Next up is a new issue of Miles Morales' Spider-Man, written by Saladin Ahmed with art by Christopher Allen and a cover by Torrin Clark. This ties in with the Beyond storyline happening in Amazing Spider-Man. This is a cool thing to see back in print. Moon Knight by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. This collects their run from 2011. A full year's worth of single issues in one volume. And here we have the first story arc from the current Moon Knight series by Jed MacKay with art by Alexandro Capuccio with a cover by Steve McNiven. Have a new issue from the Star Wars High Republic Trail of Shadows miniseries, number 4 by Daniel Jose Older. Interiors by Dave Wachter and a cover by David Lopez. A new Strange Academy, number 15, Scotty Young, Humberto Ramos, with a character spotlight variant. This gives credit to Arthur Adams, but I can see this is a Todd Knox signature there. Just go into that one with open eyes, folks. Here we have a Volume 2 collecting storyline from the current Sword series by Al Ewing, with art by Stefano Caselli and a cover by Valerio Schiti. A new epic collection from the Mighty Thor. This collects classic tales by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And a new issue of Venom, written by Ram V with art by Brian Hitch. And we have this classic homage cover by David Yardine in the a loving tribute to the Todd McFarlane days. Lots of lines on those webs. We have a new issue. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a collection of the Warhammer 40,000 Sisters of Battle recent series. This collects 1 through 5 from that. And this features a cover by David Wilkins. And a new issue, a new one-shot spinning out of the Wastelanders event, Doom, written by Torrin Gronbeck, with art by Julius Ota, and this very cool cover by Jose Maria Casanovas. Even though it kind of looks like Mike Diodato, I'll say they're right. And we have this new huge storyline. The biggest Wolverine story of all time begins here. Week 1, X Lives of Wolverine. We'll assume this is the 10 Lives of Wolverine. This is the first issue, written by Benjamin Piercy, with interiors by Joshua Cassara and a cover by Adam Kubert. We also have this cover by Mark Bagley in the trading card variant. A Stormbreakers variant by Joshua Cassara. Garcine, the Mr. Garcine, who does a collage work. This is cool. It's got Wolverine from his entire history. Interesting stuff. And then we have a Ed McGuinness Lives of Wolverine variant. This Peach Momoko cover. A Todd Knock animation style variant. A Ron Lim variant. And a Will Sliney variant. Just keep in mind, folks, I'm not going to be ordering all these variants for the shelf. I'll probably just take a couple of the good ones. If there's any that you are very interested in particular, make sure you get those orders in through Comichub so I make sure to get copies for you. Next up, and finally in the Marvel Last Call section, this is X-Men, the Fall of the Mutants Omnibus. This is the Brett Blevins direct market variant. Kind of love that classic Brett Blevins hero border that they got on there, even though the interior shot, I believe, is by Walt Simonson. No, it gives Brett Blevins the credit there. That's cool. And this is the X-Men Fall of Mutants Standard Edition with art by Alan Davis on the cover. And that wraps it up for Marvel's Last Call for final orders. Before I wrap up this video, though, let's take a quick look at local events coming up. Monday, December 20th at 7 p.m. is our next Brain Candy. Brain Candy is a free showcase of prose, music, poetry, and visual art. Scheduled presenters include musician Courtney Hurley, prose artist Jennifer Quartararo, poet Justin Rogers, and visual artist Richard Halprin. And then on December 11th is the Winterfest Market from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This happens at Wagner Park. Artisans, vendors in a heated tent offering unique holiday gifts, breakfast with Santa at Modern Greek and Salad Bar, visits with Santa and his reindeer throughout the day, musical entertainment, ice sculpture demonstrations, and much more. And finally, but before that, is our Downtown Dearborn Shop Small event. It kicks off on November 27th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Kidcadia and City Hall Park. Visits with Santa and his reindeer, music entertainment, live action, elves on the shelf, and much more. Remember, folks, Kidcadia is right across the street from Green Brain Comics on Michigan Avenue, and City Hall Park is across the street and to the east. That all happens on Saturday, November 7th, and is a kickoff for Shop Small Week, running from Saturday, November 27th through Sunday, December 5th. Just a reminder, this video is powered by Comichub. Ask us how to access your account and use Comichub to pre-order and maintain your subscriptions. Be sure to watch Last Call for final orders for all your last-minute ordering info, and remember to feed your brain at Green Brain Comics.